Hi everyone, this is a presentation by Group 11 and I will start our 3 minutes as soon as I've got our presentation running. Okay. So when looking at why Just Eat had been so successful, we went back to the course and we looked at a couple of matrices from within that. So we took the 6-point red ocean versus blue ocean matrix from Kim reading, and we took the first order versus second order supply side and demand side matrix from the Rick Holson long tail reading. And through using those frameworks, we concluded that Just Eat had capitalized on a blue ocean space, although we noted as a team that actually the space was becoming more red ocean. And we also noted that they'd capitalized on some long tail effects. So we saw evidence of aggregation of customers and active and passive first order demand side effects being in play. Finally, in scalability, we went outside the course a bit. We were inspired here by how Jack Ma of Alibaba has spoken about how his digital business model allows him to scale at a much faster and much more cost efficient rate to some more physically infrastructure dependent businesses like Walmart. In terms of whether delivery is a net positive or not, we decided that it was, but after a lot of debate within the group, and because there was so much debate, we actually looked at a lot of different frameworks here. So we looked at transaction cost theory, we looked at Porter's 5 forces of value chain, we looked at the principles of capability-based competition and the resource-based view of the firm. And through using those frameworks, we saw a couple of key benefits from moving into delivery. Firstly, we noted Delivery Hero was probably one of the only potential alternative suppliers of delivery services in the marketplace, and therefore using them would have placed Just Eat at significant risk of hold-up. We also noted that having its own delivery operations would allow Just Eat to control the point of contact with the customer, and we saw that as being important. We also saw it exposing it to a new market, and this is very much emphasised in Just Eat's annual report in the QRS space. And finally, in terms of competitive advantage, we saw it meeting Porter's definition of creating hard to replicate sets of activities, and we also saw potential resource barriers. So both of those things acting as barriers of potential competition coming into their space. We did want to emphasise the concerns we had though, and these really were around the amount of complexity it would create within the organisation and the new capabilities Just Eat would have to deliver. We also noted delivery as a tight margin business, as evidenced through Uber. Okay, so we then looked at how Just Eat could be more successful in the future, and we tried to be quite blue sky here, and we touched on 3 key areas: restaurant services, big data, and backwards integration. So in restaurant services, we thought they could do some interesting stuff around selling specialist insurance products to their restaurants, or expanding into restaurant management. In terms of big data, we noted that they have a significant data set that they can monetize. For example, an Amazon or Ocado wanting to know what groceries sell well in which specific areas. I think Just Eat's data set would be quite useful. And then in terms of backwards integration, we noted that there were some PR issues with dark kitchens, and so we thought a franchise model could be an interesting concept here. And finally, just to show that we did do quite a lot of analysis in the background, here is one of our tools. We looked at the value stream across the organisation. Okay, that's all from us. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.